Hey guys, it's Ash.
Hey, it's Anya.
It's your girl, Nadia.
What's up, guys? It's Trent.
And I'm Ramesh, and we are The Community. We're covering the latest in pop culture, politics, and everything in between. Let's get started. One of the latest things currently being discussed is the Quarantine 15. Researchers from Psychology Today have discussed that stress alters the overall food intake, whether that be undereating or overeating. So stressors such as the coronavirus leads persons to consume greater forms of energy, meaning nutrient-dense foods that are high in sugar and fat. So tell me, how have you all been handling your Quarantine 15?
Well, I'm determined
Currently
not to
failing.
eat
I think I've gained 7 out of the Quarantine 15.
it. I'm trying to lose the 15, not gain it.
Oh, I baked a cake yesterday, guys. Oh no.
What kind of cake?
A strawberry cake with vanilla icing, and now it's like legitimately 3/4 gone.
You're right.
Wow.
Well,
Can I send me a slice?
virtually?
Virtually.
Social
I'll save my slice and put it in the
Well, okay,
freezer.
I have a question though. I'm one of those persons that I need like a personal trainer or somebody to kind of like motivate me to want to work out. So being home is not a great place for me. But I have a question for Anya, because I know that you've been doing an amazing job with your workouts at home. How do you work out in terms of like equipment? Because I literally have no equipment except resistance bands. And I think my mind kind of goes, oh, well, we don't have the right equipment, so don't do it kind of thing, which I know is wrong. But yeah.
Well, luckily for me, I do have a treadmill, so that helps obviously with cardio. And then my dad also like lifts weights, so he has the bench and he has different weights. And then I also have the resistance bands and a mat. So I try to be as creative as possible with whatever I have. Typically, like on Sundays, I would go on the internet and search out different ways to exercise and work out, so it isn't boring for me, because sometimes the treadmill gets boring. So I want to look for different ways to get my cardio in and my strength training at the same time. The main thing is just trying to have fun with it. You don't have to work out 6 days a week or 7 days, even if you only start with 3, and you could do like those fun videos on YouTube to just get cardio in, and then eventually you can increase your time or increase the amount of days that you do it. Because some days I wake up and I'm just like, I'm not interested. But for me, I'm motivated, so I'm determined to not gain 15 pounds. So for me, I force myself. Most days I'm willing to do it, and those harder days are the days where I put some good music on and I just play a video off YouTube and get my cardio in, and before you know it, it's 40 minutes and you burn 400 calories, and it's like workout done.
Well, what I will say, for me, I've been using Fitness Blender, and that's this instructor Kelly, and I will say that has been utter torture. Working out from
So is Fitness Blender on YouTube?
Yes,
yeah.
It's free charge. It's much different from working out in the gym. So I've been working out in the gym now for the past few months, and I've gotten adjusted to being able to use different equipment, get familiar with different weights. So to make that adjustment now to doing hip workouts, that is fully dependent on using my body versus using weights to trim and gain muscle, it's been a lot. But between social media and Fitness Blender, if I come out of this quarantine looking like a blob, it's my own fault.
Okay, well, I guess that's going to be my own fault, child.
It's a lot. It's a lot of opportunities for you to work on that fitness.
I will do that, I think I'm going to actually start on Monday and try to just take it slow and do some cardio workouts. I'll do your Fitness Blender videos, Ramesh, and see how it goes from there. But I'm going to take it one, because I really do feel like we're coming to the latter part of the lockdown situation. And then I'm going to be so pissed when we are out and everybody's super small and fit and healthy. And I'm over here like, back like I was with the freshman 15.
Working out is about being realistic. So definitely start off small. So I'll start off with jumping jacks and female push-ups.
All right, that's not the only thing that I've realized that a lot of persons have done to stay active during this quarantine. I've realized that the quarantine has forced persons to become professionals at basically everything that they embarked on.
I mean, what else is there to do?
Listen, because if you have been on Instagram or TikTok or Snapchat or looking at your WhatsApp stories recently, you will see that everyone is a chef.
I will have you know, I am chefing it up and it is amazing. Now, I will admit, I am super tired of cooking, but I've made some things I didn't even think I could. Like, I've made homemade gnocchi soup, like the chicken and gnocchi soup that you would have from Olive Garden. I literally did a copycat version, and it was amazing. The soup itself did not last more than 2 hours in my house. I've been using my air fryer a bit more, and a part of my online window shopping has actually been for kitchen appliances. So I want to get a blender because I've been making a lot of dough. So like when we did tacos, we made our own taco shells. So like yeah.
Please send me that recipe.
Please, yeah, please.
It's literally just water, flour, and salt. Legitimately. And then we have like this, it's like this, I don't know, it's like on the new stoves that everybody purchases. It's like that middle sort of like grill thing that they tell you to do your pancakes on. It's like a plate that comes in the middle of your stove, but when I do you do the dough out really thin, and when you place it on that that little grill piece, it actually just bubbles up and you make your own taco. But that's literally how we made it, because we don't like the hard taco shell, so we make our own soft taco shell. But yeah, it's
awesome.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I will not lie.
I can also say that that's how you know we have hit a certain age, when shopping for kitchen appliances makes you excited.
Agreed, fully agree. But I haven't been exploring the cooking thing. I'm pretty simple when it comes to eating. So for me, it's just like the basics is fine for me.
Master Chef Tio?
I'm not a cook, but I can cook. As in, I can cook to survive. I can't cook anything complex. Right. Correct. I can season up some seafood. I can season up some meat, rice side, but I can't do any soups. I'm no culinary baker, nothing of that nature. But I can cook. I'm a guy.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Well, where does your skills lend you? Like, are you like, I can make crab dinner, or I could make rice and chicken, but I definitely can't make dumpling soup? Like, what is the extent of your culinary wonders?
To be honest, I think I can cook anything that I like. If I don't eat it, I won't make an effort to learn how to cook it, to be honest.
Okay, so...
Well, that's not selfish at all.
I ain't gonna lie. The only reason why I don't know how to make soups and stuff is because I never went in the kitchen with my mom to learn how to do it.
Okay. Let's put a twist on that. Are you the type that no matter what you cook tastes good to you? Or do you feel like you cook food that tastes good?
Oh, good question.
Yeah.
It depends. So, if
where are your references?
I would say I cook to what tastes good to me.
Okay.
I find that it depends on the products that I use. One time I made something for my little brother. He didn't like it because I used the olive oil. But the minute I used the wetzel oil, it was yummy.
How old is your brother? And
he's 12.
Oh no! See, he's literally just eating for sustenance too. Like, I need you to tell me that, like, you cooked for, like, your family during a Saturday barbecue or something, and you had, like, multiple references from different households. That's how we know that you don't only just cook to survive, but your survival food has a little bit of taste.
Well, for me, I haven't had much options on whether or not I should be the cook, because it's gotten to the point where I can be like,
I don't want to be the cook.
No, I don't have choice. At 6 p.m., religiously, my mom will come in and be like, hey, so what's for dinner? I'm like, oh, I
My mommy too.
I thought somebody would have hit the stove and be like, hey, let's whip something up. So I've definitely been experimenting with the different items that we've had. I made cauliflower fried rice with a honey garlic chicken. The other day I had to make a teriyaki pork chop with homemade mashed potato. So
okay, so you getting lit too?
Yeah, I'm definitely that person who, I'm not flexing on the gram like a lot of these people who decided to purchase conch and lobster and just use all of their NAD paycheck. I am being a little bit conservative with mine, but yes, I'm definitely exploring the different ways in which I can prepare a dish and make sure that it tastes good.
For all of you listeners out there, as you would know, with the pandemic that's going on, we're obviously broadcasting from our individual homes, but at some point I'm pretty sure that we're going to get into a studio of some sort, and that will be the day that we will be live streaming via video, and that way you can see when all of us brings in these dishes, you know, one signature dish from our household through the corona lockdown, and then you can actually see the facial expressions as persons eat each other's dish. I think that would be great. I think that it will be very, I think that's why we'll get it, because once we take one bite out of Trent's quote unquote good food, we will know for sure if his little brother is just trying to survive, or if his little brother really enjoyed the food.
Okay.
And now we have a special guest dog.
Mascot.
Exactly.
All right, so I know another activity that a lot of persons have taken up is being a home organizer. So I've seen a lot of at-home DIY projects where persons are repurposing their home furniture. A lot of persons are doing the spring cleaning that definitely would not have happened if they weren't stuck at home. So have any of you dabbled in any of these things?
I did a little bit. I did the spring cleaning. In my room. You know, I got rid of some old clothing and some old things that, you know, every time you clean, you'd be like, I can still use this. But then you realize now I'm home all this time and I'm still not using it. So I just decided, you know, put aside what can be donated and then throw away what, you know, can't be salvaged.
I've not experienced that DIY bug yet, or that organizational bug. My room literally looks the same as it did pre-lockdown, to be completely honest. Like, I really do need to get it clean, but I feel like my motivation is going to be when they say we're going back to our respective jobs, and then I'll be like, oh no, my room's a mess, I need to clean. I feel like that's when the pressure's going to come. Now, my best friend, she is an organizational freak, right? So I know that she has taken this quarantine time and just organizing the heck out of all of her spaces in her house, whether it's the pantry to the kids' closets. Like, I know she is just like in her glory during this time. But I just have a question, like, after you've organized, like, your room and stuff, like, what else is there to do? Like, what other DIY projects is there to do?
So that's the thing. I know persons that feel that the job is never done. So after you banish the nightstand, you may say, you know what? Let's now paint on the nightstand. Let's add some, you know, and I've seen persons do it, where they stained their coffee table, and then they're like, let's write a scripture that goes best for our lives. I know for me, We were doing some construction literally right up until we were put on the first curfew. So a lot of our houses are already in a bit of disarray. And it's a bit difficult because we're not as settled as we could possibly be. So I know my mom has been taking this time to definitely determine what she wants. Oh, I think I'm going to repaint this room. So it's not necessarily implementing those DIY steps, but definitely identifying what she wants done right after we're able to go out and get some things.
I think there's always something to do in the house. There's always something you want to change or something you want to fix. Even if you have the perfect house, air quotes, there's always something you're like, oh, I wish I had changed this color a long time ago, or this was a bad color. So for me, I think there's a ton of things that I would love to do at home, but then I'm not the biggest organizational freak. So if it isn't broken or to the point where it has to fix, I'm okay with leaving it as it is for right now.
Okay.
Well, for me, once my room is clean, I'm going to clean it once. I'm not going to clean it again after that. So that means it's not going to get dirty. And once I'm able to coexist and be at peace in my room, I don't really have to be all fixated on what I can change.
You're saying that you clean the room once and then that's it?
That's it. It's going to stay clean.
For how long, though? That doesn't even sound possible.
How do you live?
During this time, right, you're at home all the time, which means that you're spending way more time in your room than you would usually do if we were out and about. So you're not really living. What are you doing? Like, you just lay in the made-up bed the whole time?
Exactly. Like, when I go away, I don't unpack my suitcase for, like, a whole week after I've come back, literally.
But what are you guys doing in your home? So there's not much to do. What are you guys doing? Walking around the house?
Yes, I get my passport, I go to the bedroom, then I get my passport, I go to the bathroom, then I get my passport, I go to the living room, I explore the hell out of these rooms. Where else do you want me to go? If I have enough money, I will even go outside. So yes, Trent, we are literally exploring the crevices of our homes.
Well, I don't know if guys are more laid back, but for me, I'm chill. My room is clean, and I'm not walking around my house.
So you legitimately stay in your room? Like,
I do. No sorry, introvert problem sale. Sorry.
I sit in my room the whole day.
I can. Listen to me. We have so one of our TVs right in the living room has it's the smart TV. For some reason, none of our TVs in our actual bedrooms have smart TVs, whatever. So the one TV that has the Netflix connected to it is in the living room. Mm-hmm. We've had that, which has been maybe about 2 years. I've never sat in that living room and watched Netflix since lockdown. Let me tell you, I be out there from I wake up and I watch everything on Netflix, and then as soon as I leave that living room, I come into my bedroom and I go to my bed. Like, I can't just stay in I'm only in my room right now because we're doing this podcast. I don't want anybody to disturb me. But as I look at these four walls, I just think to myself, God damn, how do people be okay with being unemployed and staying home?
Let's not even talk about unemployed. How do prisoners live in jail, come out to commit another crime to go back in jail? And you don't understand. Like you said, either. Being in these four walls, you just sit and you're like, wow, this is it. Like, there's nothing to really hope for at this time because we're really locked out.
I mean, for some people, I think their room is their ultimate space, but for most of us, our rooms are, what do we have? Like a TV, our laptops, or iPads, and that's about it. That's not much entertainment, so I just think being in the room all day is just, you need to change your environment. Look at something different.
Has anyone had like a family game night?
You. Yes. Yeah. My mother actually slaughtered us in Domino's. So there's that. And I learned from that experience that she's also a smack talker. So she legitimately, with every single flippin' play, has to have commentary. Like, she can't just put the domino down.
It's no way to play.
She knows she good.
She's like, this is my game. This is my game. Oh, you guys don't have... And I'm like, Mommy, could you just flip and play?
She's speaking it into existence.
Exactly.
Well, I will say, I've been playing the game that absolutely ruins friendships and families. And that is none of the...
Monopoly!
Uno. Well, Monopoly.
Uno. Nadia, come on. Uno.
I have taken great pleasure in making my niece drop off.
First of all, Ramesh, you need a lot of Uno. I'm not playing with you no more either.
Our listening audience, tell me, do you play Uno by the book, or do you play Uno by the rules that have been passed down through generations? And what I mean by that is, if you have a draw two, should the person behind you be able to also play a draw two, and the person behind them be able to play a draw two until that last person draws 24?
Now, you can't put a draw 4 on a draw 2, but you could draw to the hell out of the next couple persons until you realize that, oh crap, I don't have a draw 2 and I gotta eat all of those. We did that to our friend. He was laughing as we kept like putting a draw 2 down until he realized that it stopped at him and he had to eat 10 cards.
Can you put a draw 2 on a draw 4?
No.
But you can put a draw 4 on a draw 2.
No.
Yes.
See?
No.
Oh my God.
No, Ramesh. You can put a draw 4 on draw 4. You can't put a draw 2 on a draw 4.
I feel like you should be able to.
No, what you feel doesn't matter. It's what it is.
Okay, now that you've never played with him, he has a new rule every game, okay?
Oh, Ramesh, you're a cheater. You're an Uno cheater.
He cheats, yes. He cheats, and he has like these giant cards. Oh my God, it's so hard to even maneuver.
Shine Uno is the best. If you have not purchased it as yet, purchase yourself a life-size Uno. I played with Anya and friends.
And you cheated.
No,
as usual.
No.
Come on, you're always cheating. That's the thing.
He had a rule that I never heard of. What was it?
Oh wow!
Okay, he always have a rule.
So Ramesh, you sound
I try to remember it, man.
You make your own. You make your own rules so that you could
beat us.
I don't like that. This is the perception. I don't like that. This is the perception that's being sold. Okay.
It's the narrative.
You know, and it's false. You know, like the great president of the United States would say, fake news. But
well, okay. So if you guys, I know we had spoken about it a little bit off of the podcast, but there is a game on iMessage called Crazy Eights. It's literally Uno. If you do not know how to formally play Uno, go on to iMessage and play Crazy Eights. It is literally Uno, and you can learn how to play Uno there. And even there, you cannot put a draw 4 on a draw 2, but it does allow you to continuously go around the mulberry bush and continue to draw 2 until
draw 2.
Yes, so I think we did it too. I played my 2 friends, and at the end of it, I think Brittany had to eat like 12 cards. She was very upset.
I would be upset as well.
I would come out of the game. I'm that friend.
Oh, you would flip over the board. You're that person.
I'm that friend, yes.
Y'all are sore losers.
But my next game, Nadia, is, like you said, Monopoly.
I was saying we have to do a Monopoly game night then, guys.
Monopoly, Uno, and Dominoes. Those 3 cause the most arguments in anything.
And all 3 games I lose at. Wow.
You know, keeping with these activities that keep everybody active, a lot of persons have been flocking to social media, and one of those apps is TikTok. So a lot of millennials, a lot of persons have been joining TikTok, which have spawned a number of challenges. So I know I scroll past these videos and, you know, watch them on like different social media apps, but I have yet to sign up for TikTok. Have any of you?
No. Yes. I mean, I did once and then I stopped.
out of boredom, I randomly one day say, hey, let's try it. It's really fun.
What do you do? Describe it for me.
I post my meals in addition to different workouts that I do on TikTok.
Okay. I see a lot
So
of
technically,
persons.
your TikTok isn't you aren't doing any dances or all those other funny things that people are doing. You're more like, this is how I make my dinner. This is how I work out. Kind of.
Yes, I make it fun. So I might do a fitness challenge over doing the other dance challenges. So I may do like a push-up challenge, a sit-up challenge, something that's related to fitness. But I'm not going to do the dance challenges.
So you haven't taken advantage of the don't brush challenge where you brush your hair and then you put your brush in the camera.
Oh no, I don't have
Definitely
time to waste
not.
my makeup for that.
My thing is,
definitely not.
the persons that are participating in the don't brush challenge, I applaud them. Because on day 31 of this quarantine, which is the day that we are on, if I were to do that challenge, I will look scruffy as hell after I remove that brush. Okay?
Well, not even that. I'm not about to waste my very limited makeup and fixing my face to go wash it off 10 minutes later. I'm not doing that. No.
I never thought of
That
that.
got me messed up.
Yeah. And then the Savage challenge, everybody has their children doing the Savage challenge. And I'm just like, I think you're too young and too old to be doing this. What's the one
I actually like the Savage challenge. I just wish I can do it.
So
I can't.
I'm going to sound really ignorant, but what's the one where you do your hand like?
We can't.
Guys, this is the funny part where Ramesh actually thinks you can see him doing his hand movements.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay.
You know which one I was talking about, though.
No.
And then you move up. Okay, so it's like a line of people, and then they move their arms left to right, and then they clap, and then they hop out of screen.
Oh, the song.
Baby, come give me something.
Yeah.
That.
So I don't know. Like, I think it's easy choreography for it, but people are horrible. However, I think if I do it, I'll mess it up as well. So I don't know.
What's your confession?
So I did it, and it was posted for like 2 days, and then I deleted it.
Wow,
I was like, no, I can't mess. No. I was like, no, I can't dance.
So I think one of the best video social media apps out right now is House Party. So a House Party, for those who don't know, is this, I want to say new, but I know it's not new. But it's one of those apps where you can video chat with up to 8 of your friends. And you can play about 4 different games. So they have Heads Up. They have a charades where like you draw a person's guess.
I think you meant to say Pictionary.
That, yes. There's a game that they have named Chips and Guac, but it's the equivalent of Cards Against Humanity. There we go.
Yep.
And then there's a trivia portion. So you can do trivia on pop culture. You can do it on Harry Potter. So there are different variations of these games that you can play.
Have any of you downloaded it?
Oh yeah,
No, I don't have
time.
House Party.
I play all the time. So let me tell you the funny part about House Party is that so Anya, if you came onto House Party and I'm already on, it'll say Anya's in the house, right? As soon as I click your name or I click join, your camera will automatically open to me. And so some people don't like that because it's like, I didn't accept this call, but it automatically opens to you.
Now, that's if you haven't switched your privacy filter to always have you in a locked room. Please, if you are downloading this app, always place yourself in a locked room. Because, like Nadia said, if somebody decides to add you, they don't necessarily have to be someone you know.
Correct.
You can see things that you don't necessarily want to see.
So you're saying the camera automatically comes on even if I didn't like click like an accept Nadia or something like that?
Correct. If you are, if your privacy isn't set to locked room, if you are just available to chat, anybody can chat.
So how long is there any time frame for you to be on it, or you just can play all night if you choose?
You can be on there for hours and hours. It's essentially just like being on a FaceTime or a Skype, but you get the option to play games with these people.
And then each you can have how many people on at the same time?
Up to 8.
8 persons. Okay, yes. Cool.
So once again now, the trick is you have to lock your room. So if your room is open, and let's say one of your friends signed on here, but we were on a CommuniTEAM group chat. If your friend signed on and they saw that you were in a group chat and they decided they wanted to join, if you were in an open room, they can join it.
Correct.
Oh.
Yes. So it's very important to make sure that if you're having a confidential or private party, to lock your room.
Yep.
We have arrived to the end of our second podcast. Our final words. Let's start off with Anya.
So guys, I know we've been into this now for a while, quarantining and all, but continue to stay home, continue to try and do some activities that are best for you. I want to say don't worry too much about things, but life is what it is. But keep positive, smile a lot, find activities to keep you busy, and before you know it, we'll be out of this and back into society, moving about like nothing happened.
All right, Nadia.
All right, I completely agree with Anya. I think, guys, it's going to be over sooner than we actually think, which is a great thing. But in order for us to do that, we still just need to abide by the rules, stay inside, stay safe. And then we can't wait to get back to some sort of normalcy. But until then, find some positive things to do with your time. You never know. Find a new loved one on any social app.
All right.
I'm trying.
Be positive. Try to be healthy. Your immune system and social distancing is the key to defeating this virus and this situation. So try to keep your immune system intact. Eat some fruits. Be positive, and you'll be out of this in no time.
And for me, I say pick up a hobby. This is the best time to be that master chef or an interior designer. Or maybe you want to be a fitness trainer. This is your time to practice and master your skills. Thank you for listening to Community. Have a great day.